Dude, this has been exhausting.
More than exhausting.
Dude, for you guys at home, I'm going to tell you right now, all this has been a lot of work, but also we're very appreciative because most of this has been because of you guys.
And for the audio listeners who can't see, we're in our own studio in my house.
Dude, we have revived the shed.
Now,
revived it.
Let's make it very clear. Chris and Ricky are not here because, again, this is still being set up as we speak. And as it's finishing, Beto's still here as well, helping us out. And it's like things are a mess, but it's basically our way to be like, does this work? Was this worth it, Curtis? Here's the real question.
I mean, honestly, like selling about half my collection to be able to pay for this, help to redo the roof, me and Riff, and Chris even showed up to do it. Ricky putting in all the effort. Ben's been putting in all this effort for the NES and the PGS. But like realistically, it was all because of everyone out there. Like you're the reason why we push ourselves every time. So and we've been getting a lot of questions like, oh my God, how do you run a podcast?
The biggest question we get, and I feel like it's good to address it finally here, is so many people say, why don't you post the full podcast first? Which I get it, right?
Dude, I get it too. I mean, you got to think about it like...
What's the answer, Curtis? What's the answer?
If one video duds on that whole podcast, we have nothing to recoup all this.
Let's make it very clear. We are not making... We're breaking even if we're lucky
barely,
with this.
Probably, right?
Yes, very barely.
So what the reality is, the reason, and people have used Joe Rogan as an example, why don't you guys just post the full? It's what like Joe Rogan does. We don't get Joe Rogan views. If we got 1 million views or anything that could even help keep us afloat, we would do it. But the thing is, if we don't post singular small videos in portions, then the long one, if people just watch the long one and then don't watch the short ones, here's the reality. We'd end up quitting the podcast sooner because the amount of work that, I mean, I'll be honest, Curtis and I mostly are putting into producing and getting things. It's hours a day. Getting it ready, getting it set up, making things happen. We would be quitting because like, dude, I can't spend 4 hours a day and just constantly lose money. It's not like we're get rich off this. No, it's a way to be. I mean,
we've tried to make that announcement where it's like, you know, hey, we're structuring the channel because, hey, we got to pay for, you know, labor, equipment costs, studio space. I have time to edit now. I have to do the thumbnail guy. And it's like everything just adds up. And then it's like, well, where does all of your time go? My time has been spent like just building this place out with Riff. And hopefully, I mean, Chris hasn't really seen the final product of it either because
he kind of peeked in the other night when it wasn't like done, and he was like, "This is amazing."
But even like you guys taking on like the SoCal as another venture, like you don't realize how much time you lost. Right.
Oh my. I had no idea. So
So I spent like thousands of dollars just like getting the cameras, and like I even made a mistake. Buying the wrong lenses. I spent $1,200 on 3 different lenses.
And you couldn't return them.
And I couldn't return them.
No way.
Yeah. You want to buy them? Are you looking for lenses, Ben?
No thanks.
And it was only because I was watching a YouTube video and it was like how to start a podcast, you know, like one of those
they got you.
They got
the
me,
wrong item.
They sold you the lenses, right?
No, I ended up buying it because it was like, oh, dude, those look super crisp. I was like, it goes with these Blackmagic design cameras. And as soon as I got in here, because it's like not the craziest thing, they were all zoomed in all the way on your nose.
And you couldn't pull out.
Oh, you couldn't do anything.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Oh, yes, man.
Whoa.
Also fun, too. I mean, we might as well. We're here. Let's get something out of this. We just got back from the swap meet.
We got back from the swap meet.
What was the best thing found today? Today was one of those days that was a wild day. There was a lot of rarities.
I mean, finding a GameCube Intech LCD screen in box.
Yes.
For $1.
For a literal, it's like what you hear in the old days of game hunting, $1.
And even like the Camel Crew boys finding a Wind Waker and Resident Evil on GameCube. $2.
CIB. Yep. And so if you don't know the Intech GameCube LCD screens, if you find those even loose, they go for like a couple $100.
Yeah.
But Curtis got it in the box.
CIB, dog. Curtis in box.
Curtis in box. I like that.
What was your favorite find of the day?
My favorite finds, I found a lot of good stuff. I got like Sweet Home, you know, which is a port of the Japanese version. I got like the Americanized version, which the person who made Resident Evil is the one who made that game. It's by Capcom. That was one of my favorites because it's unique. But I think the coolest thing I found was my sealed big box PC game. games.
Oh yeah, dude. Those I was like standing over him, drooling. I'm like,
what happened? What did I say?
He goes, Curtis, don't you dare grab these boxes. I was like, no.
I purposely walked up. I saw all the big box like Sierra games,
and I knew exactly what they were.
And what's cool is they had the horror look to them. It was like the horror style games, and I immediately what I purposely did because I saw a lot of people around, which I never normally do this. I don't know if it's my favorite way to hunt, but I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I kind of felt like it's not my favorite way, but I purposely I saw one or two, and then I scanned the table and would like grab them all and then put them in my stack. And then just kind of hold on to them and then look through them one by one.
It's a good way to do it.
Just because I was like, it was crowded and I was afraid people would grab them.
You gotta play those games a little bit. You know? Box them out, you know.
What did you find, Ben? That was the best thing.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, Mr. Hoarder.
I found 30 sealed copies of some weird dance game for the Wii. And I got them for like $1.70 each.
And they're worth like what, 15 each?
15
I
each?
mean, price charting says 14, but...
So let's say 15 each.
It's gonna let them bake, dude.
What's 15 times 30? If you got 30, I'm like 450?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no way I'm going to sell them for that price.
Or sell any of them in general.
All right. So like,
I'll try. I'm going to sell them
Wait. I have a question before you go on that one. Last
go for it.
We have Ben here.
Yeah.
There was actually a lot of comments towards Ben in the last video of him kind of hoarding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different words used.
That's fair.
Man.
I mean,
Ben, your video went out. You can spill the beans of everybody's seen your collection in your storage, hundreds and hundreds, a lot of the same games. What's your response?
So intimidating.
What's your response what's your response to the response to you?
To the response for me?
No, to the response from the community.
There's a lot of responses.
I mean, you know what? I work for my money, and I'm going to damn well do with it what I freaking want to do.
That's right.
So... What's that?
I replied that to one comment.
Okay.
I was like, hey, whether we agree with the way Ben's collecting or not, call it hoarding, call it scalping, call it collecting.
If you're going to hate on the way another man collects or another woman collects, like, you're the one that has the issue. Let them collect, as long as they're not, like, destroying the items.
Yeah.
Then why does it matter? If Curtis wants to collect bottle caps or
at the end of the day,
milk jugs, like, who cares?
At the end of the day, and at the end of the day, you have some really cool stuff. That's
man.
the thing.
You do.
Thanks, dude. It's just hidden, but it's really cool
Which
stuff.
is funny because Ben's normally he's like the George Harrison of Pixel Game Squad, right? He's like the quiet but deadly one. Today at the swap meet, now the video went out. Most people normally, I'll admit, when we go to the swap meet, don't say hi to Ben as much because he's kind of quiet in the back, doesn't say much. But today I saw people come up like, hey, Ben, I saw that video. What you got to sell? You know,
twice people asked me like, hey man, how much you want for that Super Nintendo Mini?
Oh yeah, we know what
I'm already getting hit up for stuff.
That's awesome, dude. Right. And I guess since we've kind of almost, I'd say it's 95% done, like this room.
Yep.
How many opportunities do you think this is going to open up for us to do new things? Like with just
endless.
That's what I'm saying.
Endless.
That's what I'm talking about.
Even conversations that because there's times where I even want to have a conversation, right?
Yeah.
With the camera, and I'm like, I don't want to set this up. But it's like, even if I'm like, okay, I just thought of something really interesting or it's something community, I can give all the group text to the guys, hey, I'm shooting my thoughts on this in 10 minutes. If anybody's around, come on down.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's cool is you got this camera set up right there. We got another camera set up right here. We got another camera set up right there. We got 3 screens over there. We got one big screen here. We might even have game nights in here. That's what Ben's had some really killer ideas.
And the audience can't see, but the entire NES set for the NES Pursuit is being built right in front of us. You guys can't see, but it's right over there. So it's coming.
Yeah. And I feel like this has been something that's been just developing over the past year. Mm-hmm. And we've been fighting a battle. An uphill battle. Literally last week, it was pouring, drenching rain.
Record-setting California rain. So as you can see, this water has nowhere to go. It's running out of places to go. So it's slowly starting to come back into here now. Once this gets full, that's when we're screwed. So I'm like, if this water doesn't go out somewhere else, and because it's supposed to rain for the next 2 days straight, this is going to fill up.
Dude, I was so worried it was going to after you guys did all this work, it was going to leak in here again.
We literally redid the flooring. We did the drywall. We did the ceiling. We did everything we could. We did a new electrical. We did everything.
I will say it was almost a blessing in disguise because, again, this was quite literally some of the most rain we've ever had in history in California. Record setting.
Breaking.
It was almost good that happened because it was like a test.
There you go.
Will we survive what we did to this place record-setting rains.
Nothing's gonna take this down.
Not even not even a drop of water made it in. Not even a drop of water made it in.
We got sandbags at the door.
No, that was backup.
I'm gonna tell you right now, me and Riff were outside in the rain, sump pumping out water.
Just in case.
And it wasn't gonna come in here. We just wanted to make sure we're keeping everything like away and where it should be, but we're clean. We're in the clear. But
we just wanted to protect the investment, man. Like I feel like we've just put so much time and energy, and we want to produce great content for everybody. You know, like I feel like producing this doesn't even feel like I'm producing. It feels like I'm just kind of like making things for people to enjoy, like us as friends coming together every week.
That's what I feel like. It's not a podcast. It's just you're a fly on the wall.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a fly on the wall with what we do when we sit at Del Taco and sit at Chronic Taco and sit at Swap Meets. That's just the conversations that are had.
We just have to tone the jokes down a little bit.
No.
Only I'd say like a. There's a little. Every once in a while, someone will still get offended.
Can't give Chris.
Yeah. And I got to remind the audience. I'm like, I'll say it here. You know, if you're first time listening, and this happens to be the first podcast you listen to or view, we will make fun of the left. We will make fun of the right. We will make fun of white. We'll make fun of black. We'll make fun of gay. We'll make fun of straight. I don't care if it offends you. We are the most.
It's so lighthearted. The jokes are so lighthearted.
It doesn't help though. Right now, it's just three white guys talking. But normally, we're a super diverse group. 100%. Different religions, different politics, different ethnicities, and we're all at the end of the day homies of homies,
and we're just people, you know. Man. We're just like everybody else. So we literally do the same thing as everyone else out there, and we don't change ourselves just because the camera's on it.
And I say this to people too: if you can't be friends with people because you happen to disagree with them on even politics, even religion, even on sexuality, anything, it's great to have your strong beliefs firm in what you believe and know what you believe is true to be true, but you can be friends with people. You can be friends with people.
And on top of it, like I said, like for us as a group, we just want to make sure that we tell you, like, we appreciate everything that you guys have been doing for us. And I am not changing the way we structure the channel until later on, because we are small.
When that day happens.
We are small, like how I'm built. I'm just kidding. What?
You're built good.
I'm built good. I'm built thick, baby.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, we just want to tell you guys, like, we love and appreciate you all. And keep it.
Cheers to Beto for running this thing. He's been.
He's the man.
Without him, we would have been dead.
Dead in the water.
He's keeping everything going.
Dead in the water. I mean, like all this is possible because of Beto
and Curtis's mom.
She's keeping everybody happy.
Yes, Ben.
And like I said, guys, all the full episodes will be in the description for Pixel Podcast. And we just wanted to come out here and just say that we appreciate you all, guys. Thank you.